Ioanna, welcome to the show. Thank you for speaking to us today.
Thank you for having me, Claudine.
It's been quite a year. It's been an incredible year for anything online. How much has your business grown, just say in the last year, but also focusing on the last 6 months? Like what kind of activity have you seen?
Actually, the COVID-19 outbreak has definitely driven a much higher adoption of the Instashop service. Pretty much from the very beginning, actually. So we're talking mid-February. We've seen an increase of more than 70% in downloads, and also we saw at the same time that our pre-existing users increased, the frequency of shopping from groceries, pharmacies, pet shops. Fresh produce increased a lot also. So that translated to, let's say, about 50% increase on daily orders, 60% basket value since people used to stock up more. So yeah, we saw a major increase during the first 6 months of 2020.
So how many active users and partners do you have at the moment?
So basically, for the past 6 months, let's say, we felt like it's more of a burning purpose, let's say, for retailers to come on board, right? Because it feels like it's a matter of survival in our days on being on an e-commerce platform. So we had so many requests. I think that during 2020 we must have onboarded more than 800 retailers, close to 1,000. Our users also increased. We're now looking at 450,000 active users.
Okay, so before COVID-19 kind of hit, what were your plans for this year, and how much would you say that COVID accelerated things?
Yeah. This is interesting. It feels like I almost have no recollection of the plans we had for 2020. It's been very challenging, but yeah, of course, the Corona pandemic changed everything, changed our plans completely for this year. But you have a very good point. At the end of the day, and today, and after the biggest part, let's say, of the challenge has passed, I feel that we are definitely like a better company than what we were like 6 months ago, because we were faced with such an instant, let's say, like an overnight growth and such a high demand that we had to optimize operational parameters overnight and work on it every day. So we started working even closer with our retailers, with our brand partners, to make sure that all supermarkets and other shops have a healthy stock. I believe we almost doubled our customer service team, and definitely technology has improved dramatically in order for us to be able to cater to the increased demand. So yes, COVID-19 changed our plans for 2020, but it accelerated things a lot for us also.
Obviously now we are allowed back out to the shops. We can do our groceries in real life again. Have you noticed this affecting your user numbers, or how often people use you, for example?
Indeed, we have seen a small decrease these past couple of months, let's say from mid-May, when actually the public transportation restrictions started to get more relaxed. So indeed, there has been a small decrease, but actually the levels of those growth numbers that we're talking about are much higher than what we would call, let's say, a pre-corona period, so things are normalizing, but are normalizing on a much higher level than before. So it feels like we're going through like a kind of new reality where customer habits are actually switching to online.
Just to go back to the brand itself, because obviously this is part of our Women Behind the Brands edition. I mean, what were you were so instrumental in creating the brand, and you're instrumental in keeping it going, and building that connection with your users. Could you just maybe talk us through what the challenges were in that? I mean, you say it was very fluid in that you built it as you went along. There must have been some key milestones.
It feels like it's like Instashop is a living organism in a way, exactly because we grew together. It literally started from scratch, and the brand was developed along with the company, along with our users, along with the team. So also from myself, I felt that the brand itself changed, let's say, along with me. The more I learned, the more information I got from our users, the more, the brand was tweaked, something changed, the color must have changed a bit, the tone of voice changed, or also I'm really sure that it depends on our team. Like I what I've seen also, that exactly because I mean, this is our venture. This is our baby, and we make sure, the office is very colorful. There are a lot of, young and energetic people. And the more my marketing team grows, and the more talented people I also bring, in the front line, the more the brand becomes more interesting, more ideas, more playful, let's say, and also something that we now are experiencing. Instashop is becoming very, how can I put it, like a spherical service. Okay, at first we were all about groceries. So we had a clear tone of voice, a clear, let's say, messaging, a clear path. Now we have bakeries, we have butcheries, we have makeup all of a sudden, we have so many services, and we need to, to tackle messaging, not confuse our users, not share too much information, not over communicate, not overshare, let's say, to get people tired. So it's something that we are balancing slowly.
For you personally, what was it about entrepreneurship that drew you in? Why did you want so badly to have something that was your own?
This is an interesting question. It's many things and many different things today in comparison to, I don't know, like 7 years ago. When you see on what you see on social media, these inspirational quotes that say, start something of your own and you'll never have to work another day in your life, and so on. That's a big lie. But the thing is, I think back then I really wanted to create something on my own because, first of all, I was working on digital marketing and I loved it. And the idea of having something from scratch and making it fly and, I don't know, bringing it global, let's say, it was so exciting. And then a bit of, a social media craze about being an entrepreneur, that helped also a bit. The freedom that you have. And then today, I think it's a mix of not sleeping enough because you're thinking about the company, but it is so rewarding.
Do you foresee in the future ever selling completely? If you kind of look at Kareem and Uber, and I'm sure Souk and Amazon even, would you ever foresee yourselves kind of handing over the reins to another player?
Hand over my baby?
Those are all my questions for now. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been incredibly interesting.
It was the nicest interview I've ever had.
Oh,
so much
you
fun.
haven't had many.
Next time you need to come, we'll have coffee and, and enjoy more.